Can you do a baked potato with a twist, please? Sure. I preheat the oven to 425. I take 4 large potatoes. I wash them off and dry them. I pierce them with a fork about 12 times and I rub olive oil all over them. I generously season them with salt. I place them in the preheated oven on the bottom shelf. I set the timer to 1 hour. I take 2 New York strip steaks. I slice them into bite-sized pieces. I season them with rosemary leaves, salt, and pepper. I dice up some peppers and onions and I set them to the side. I heat a pan. Once it's heated, I spray it with some Pam and I add the steak. I spread it out in the pan. I let it sear for about 2 minutes. I turn all the pieces over. I stir to make sure they brown on all sides. I cook them on medium-high for about 3 minutes. I continue to stir while they cook. I add 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. Once it melts, I add a tablespoon of minced garlic. I let that cook for about 30 seconds. I set the steak to the side. In the same pan, I add the vegetables. I let them saute for about 2 minutes. I add the steak back to the pan. I stir the steak and the vegetables together. I finally shred some sharp cheddar cheese. I rinse off a tomato. I dice it up. I dice up some red onion. I slice some green onions. I slice a cucumber. All of it goes on Elsie's salad along with cheese. I take one of the baked potatoes and I slice it down the middle. I fluff it with a fork. I melt some butter and I add it. I add salt and pepper. I add the steak and vegetables. I sprinkle shredded cheese on top.
These loaded baked potatoes taste good.
Thank you, Elsie.
You're welcome. This salad tastes good.
Thank you, Elsie.
You're welcome.